7-year win streak? Can the Golden Sunrise Fancy Club put together 4 consecutive wins? Will Quaker City String Band leave Broad Street with another first-place finish? And what will the Saturnalian Fancy Brigade do to top last year's winning performance? We'll get answers to all those questions in a few days when the Mummers ring in the new year. Hello, everybody. I'm Cherie Bank.
And I'm Steve Levy. What's new with the Mummers? That's what we're going to find out tonight as Cherie and I give you a preview to the 1986 Mummers Parade. In the Fancy Brigade division, the Hearts will be the first up the street as they make their debut at City Hall. The first major all-woman unit in the parade has added 1 male to their group since they banded together in October of 1984. Hearts captain and veteran mummer Debbie D'Antonio says they're not trying to go against tradition. She says that when they make their first ever march up the street for their debut up at City Hall, they just want to parade.
We're trying to keep a low profile, and we're trying to prove we can do it and it can be done by women. We're not out there to prove the men aren't capable enough of doing it. We're not out there to trying to show them we're better than them. We just want to parade. That's it.
You could call this parade the year of the real McCoy. Authenticity seems to be the name of the game this year. One way for a club to get those oohs and ahs to make a presentation stand out among all the others. And Devlin found out that they'll stop at nothing.
Yes, those are real swords Dennis McCoach and Don Bader from Harrowgate String Band are playing with. In fact, they're cup-hilt sabers.
That's what we were looking for, the effect. Zoro was a real person to us, and I guess to everybody, and that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to make it authentic as possible.
The swords do have cold-headed tips on them, so they're not as sharp as they would be a real fighting sword. But there is the element of danger in your face, your neck area, that it would actually puncture you. So we went just for safety reasons. That was the reason we went to a professional sword instructor.
Enter Mark Holbrook from the Bucks County Academy of Fencing. For months now, it's been charge, parry, and...
Do it again.
Is it dangerous?
Yes, if it's not done carefully and rehearsed well. Somebody could take a cut and someone could not take a parry, and somebody could get hit with a blade.
Fortunately, no one has been hurt, but there's more to this performance than a sword fight. Like every other string band, there's choreography to learn. For that, Harrowgate turned to the Jameson Dance Academy and Miriam Ellis.
In the beginning, they were a little klutzy, but I think that's to be expected, because after all, they're doing what we call gold material. They're doing gold paso doble, they're doing gold bolero, they're doing mambo, which is a difficult dance because it's syncopated. And to have all this thrown at them in a short space of time, I think they've been very good.
By New Year's Day, these 59 bandsmen want to be better than very good. They hope to be perfect.
We really want to win. That's the bottom line. That's the reason everybody goes out. There's really no sense of going out just to walk around City Hall. We want to go out and win, and we're out to win this year. We have a lot to prove to ourselves.
Here in Bucks County, the Harrowgate String Band is sharpening up their swords and tuning up their banjos, trying to fight their way to #1. But more than 100 miles away, down along the coast of New Jersey, the Wildwood String Band isn't clowning around either. It's graduation night for the clowns of Wildwood String Band. Dr. Yakety is giving out diplomas to the Wildwood Clown College class of 1985.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you to the graduation exercises of the Wildwood String Band School of Clowning and Buffoonery.
Amid all this buffoonery, Wildwood Captain Frank Inverso says there is serious business going on.
We are learning the profession of clowns, which is really a great field, and we feel that we're going to do it and do it right.
The clown, wacky?
It's taken club members 12 weeks to learn how to apply their makeup, not to mention making their own costumes. But on New Year's Day, these members will be ready to celebrate because they are graduates of the Wildwood Clown College. Ann Devlin from Mummers Strut 86.
After marching for 13 years in the string band division, Jim Donio joined the Channel 10 broadcast team as our string band expert. Well, Jim is going to be joining us again this year, and he's with us right now. Welcome.
Great to be back.
Good. What is hot this year? Is there anything awesome, as the kids say, for the string bands?
Well, I can talk a little bit about what's really new this year. Something that's different is that they have changed the captain's rule for the string band captain's category. The change is that the captain does not have to carry his ensemble, his back piece, all the way up Broad Street. So that means we're going to see a resurgence in some larger costumes from the string band captains. And one captain's costume in particular, the Avalon string band captain's costume, has cost close to $7,000 just for his costume. And that being the case, they've spent more for his one costume than several other bands have spent for the entire band's costumes. And also 20 out of the 27 string band captains will be changing costume, removing their back pieces, and doing a lot of shifting around, which will make very exciting and have a great impact.
Give us a quick clue of what kind of themes we'll see this year, Jim.
It's going to be really upbeat themes, happy themes. A lot of happy music. We have a couple of clown themes in there this year. And the spirit of a lot of merrymaking is very, very prominent. There are also some bizarre things, some crazy things. Quaker City String Band is the defending champion. They've spent $55,000 on a Showtime in the Key of C, and that's S-E-A, theme to stay on top.
Okay, quickly. Tough competition. It makes it better for us fans.
It's going to be incredible, Cherie. I've been around for about 13 years, and I can tell you one thing. I would not want to judge this string band category this year.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see it.
Really, really terrific.
Jim Donio, we'll see you in the anchor booth on New Year's Day.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks
Cherie.
for being with us. And when Mummers Strut 86 returns, we'll take you to a clubhouse in Kensington where everyone, even a local politician, gets the Mummers spirit. And a foggy day in London town turns sunny when Quaker City comes to call. That story and more when Steve and I come right back.
Including, of course, its pride, its spirit, and its mummers. And two men who showed the true spirit of Philadelphia and dedicated their lives to mummery are gone from the parade this year, but their lifetime contributions live on. Ellen Frio reports.
You know, we hear stories about the spirit and dedication it takes, and people willingly give to mummery. But there is a spirit among mummer fans, too, and one of the biggest mummer fans is City Councilwoman Joan Krajewski.
Listen, we should be very proud, really proud of what we have up here.
It's not unusual to find a City Councilwoman at the Greater Kensington String Band mixing politics with pleasure. Even if the string band wasn't in her district, you get the feeling that Joan Krajewski would find the string band sound. Band members appreciate that kind of support and showed their thanks by making the councilwoman an honorary member of Greater Kensington. For this lifetime fan, that was quite an honor.
I just loved him. Since I was a little girl, I guess 2, 3 years old, I just followed him every New Year's Day. I would sit there and just listen to them go down and watch them. I lived to see the Mummers Parade.
Furco String Band Captain Bill Speziale shows his dancing talents each New Year's Day on Broad Street. But has Bill now gone Hollywood? Sheila Allen Stevens follows Bill and his dance partner Carol Goldfarb's Fever Pitch to dance on Dance Fever.
DJ, strike up another record so we can see more of the Delaware Valley's fanciest feet trying to twirl, bop, glide, or strut their way to Hollywood's hottest TV dance show, Dance Fever. Now, how many times have you tried out?
4.
And this time is going to be it?
Hopefully, hopefully.
And if not?
Oh, then next year, hopefully.
You think that the Mummer Strut can make it to Dance Fever? Yes.
Sure do.
They were right. Off Bill and Carol went to Hollywood to show them how to strut down Hollywood and Vine. Yes, they won the Philadelphia audition, but could they win it all?
Here's our first couple representing Philadelphia, Carol Goldfarb and Bill Speziale.
Get ready for a style of traditional fun. It's Philadelphia Mummer Strut for couple number 1.
For that answer, you have to stay tuned. Sheila Allen Stevens for Mummer Strut 86.
Cherie?
Well, Steve, the Mummers have gone from a local neighborhood celebration to international goodwill entertainers. 2 years ago, you remember, the South Philadelphia String Band traveled to Germany. Well, Steve says this past spring, it was the Quaker City String Band's turn to travel.
they were in London's Covent Garden, the Quaker City String Band showing the very proper British, the very proper way to strut. Members of the Quaker City String Band made the goodwill visit last April through the city's Visitors and Tourist Bureau. This wasn't the first time the string band entertained an international audience, but for the British, it was their first in-person look at a string band. Captain Bob Shannon says they took a little while to warm up.
People's reaction were slow, but they come around right before we were ready to leave. They wanted to go up and dance with us then.
Getting in the spirit?
I am already there.
Me too. Still ahead on Mummers Strut 86, they march north to City Hall each New Year's Day. But could it be the Mummers head south in 87? That story and more when Steve and I come right back.
String bands as they present the show of shows. 16 string bands strut their stuff at the Philadelphia Civic Center, February 22nd through March 2nd for 8 shows. Tickets are $6 and $9. For ticket information, call 336-4515 or contact any Ticketron outlet. Don't miss out on the fun and the merriment. Visit a participating Philadelphia Roy Rogers for discounts for the February 26th performance while supplies last.
Mummers have earned a reputation for being somewhat outrageous and just a little bit rowdy sometimes. But the Philadelphia police say that tradition is going to change this year because police say they're going to be cracking down on drunks along the parade route, both marchers and fans. And in recent weeks, the city's proposal to have the Mummers march south and perform at Veterans Stadium instead of the traditional march north to City Hall has met with some criticism. Bill Baldini has talked with New Year's Shooters and Mummers Association President Fred Calandra about this whole brand new idea.
Did they ever sell tickets to the Mummers Parade?
Yes, they did, 1933, when they were building the Broad Street subway.
What happened?
I had about 15 people in it. That's all. When they see the hall, that's pride. That's when they do a better job.
Competition is the heart of Mummer tradition. Everyone gets a charge out of choosing who they think will win. Terry Ruggles reports that one string band fanatic is on his way to becoming the Mummer version of Jimmy the Greek.
We first met Bill Klein at last year's parade when he predicted which string bands would capture the top prizes. Bill picked 3 of the top 5 bands, including the champ, Quaker City. Since he did so well in '85, we asked him what he sees for this year's parade.
Number 1's going to be Freilinger, in my opinion. Number 2 is going to be Quaker City. Number 3 is going to be Furco. You could reverse those 3, and it won't shock me, and I'll reiterate, if 3 different bands show up in the top 3, this is the year when that could easily happen. It is that close. They are that good.
We'll check with Bill on New Year's Day to see if he's had a change of heart. Terry Ruggles for Mummer Strut 86.
For 26 years, Frank and 40 marched in the comics and the fancies before moving into the broadcast booth on New Year's Day. And once again this year, Frank will provide his expert commentary in our booth at Channel 10. Frank, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Well, we're back at it again, Steve. It's always a pleasure to be back with you again, and of course, the fans of mummery.
Okay, let's talk about your specialty, the comics, the fancies, fancy brigades. What are we going to see this year?
Well, I tell you, the comics, the first and unique, the beginners, the godfathers of mummery, will present a show this year which will match none other. The fancies, once again, will compete with Mother Nature, and they will win in creativity, color, and frame suits like you have never seen. The fancy brigades will add a new dimension to the word choreography. Every dance routine since the first time the human body began to move will be presented by the fancy brigades of 1986.
Now, these people let you in on all the secrets they're cooking up for New Year's Day?
They do and they don't. What I pick up here and there, but the secret, that tradition, of keeping it as long as you can till you step on Broad and Snyder, still holds among these 3 divisions. At least they try, but I sneak in there once in a while.
But you're going to promise us another spectacular this year, huh?
The biggest you've ever seen.
We're looking forward to it. Frank, good to see you. I'll see you New Year's Day.
Great.
All righty. When we come right back on Mummers Strut 86, Herb Clark joins us to tell us if anything's coming down, you know, like rain or snow. The New Year's Day forecast is next on Mummers Strut 86. Forecast.
You're right, but Herb, you know what? No matter what the weather is, if there are mummers on the street, there are fans on the sidelines to cheer them on, and everyone has their favorite spot for all kinds of reasons.
Where's the best place to watch the Mummers Parade?
From my office, and I'll rent space.
Where is that, on South Broad?
2 Penn Center.
In Brody Street?
Bellevue, Stratford.
How come?
Got a bar there, you got restaurants, you got good seats.
You're more interested in the bar than the parade.
Not really, but if it's cold out there, below zero, you know, it's a good place.
Everyone's got their favorite spot to watch the parade. With 3 miles of Broad Street available, you'd think it would be easy to get a good seat. But veteran parade connoisseurs know you have to get there early.
Sometimes the 6 o'clock in the morning I stop.
What, about 8? 8:30?
Yeah.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Sure. But the very best place to watch the parade is way up here on top of City Hall, where Billy Penn sits. Here, you get a view all the way down Broad Street to South Philly. The Mummers begin their day performing for a very special audience, the patients at St. Agnes Medical Center. For nurses Karen Palladino and Marianne Flanagan, it's a busy day. They're hard at work as that parade feeling fills the hospital rooms.
Yeah, you can hear it, and if we get a few minutes, we're able to just run out at lunchtime and get a peek for ourselves, so.
Does everybody like to do that?
Yeah, it's nice. If we have the few minutes, everybody just takes turns running out there to watch a little bit of it.
Well, the ambulatory ones naturally scoot around to find a good window that they can look out of and see a little glimpse of the parade.
You mean some patients sneak out of their rooms to find a good view of the parade?
Some of the staff does, too.
And that's further proof that here in the Delaware Valley, everybody loves the Mummers, don't they? Where's the best place to watch the Mummers Parade?
On top of the Bellevue Stratford.
You go to the top of the Bellevue Stratford?
No.
Where do you watch the parade?
I don't watch it. I can't stand the Mummers.
Oh, no.
I guess there's always one in every crowd,
We found her.
Yeah, we got lucky. But no matter where your favorite spot on Broad Street is, remember to dress warmly so you don't end up with frostbite. And another thing, you might think that alcohol makes you feel warmer, but it doesn't make you warmer. Cocoa or hot cider will do a much better job.
Oh, I better change my thermos. Now, let's just assume you don't know where the Mummers are and you're in search of them on New Year's Day. Larry Kane reports on where you can find them performing.
The Mummers kick off the celebration where it all began, in South Philadelphia. If you want to be first in line to see the Mummers, Broad and Snyder is the place to be. From there, it's straight up Broad Street, stopping in front of St. Agnes Hospital to perform. The Mummers are scheduled to play at Pine Street next and stop for a third time at the Academy of Music. Then it's on to City Hall and the judges. That's where Channel 10 will be. I'll be joined by Alan Frio, Deborah Knapp, Sherry and Steve, and all the Channel 10 personalities to bring you the most complete coverage ever of the 1986 New Year's Day Parade. Also joining us in the booth are 2 men who bring special insights into the world of the Mummers, Jim Donio for the string bands, and Frank Conforti for the comics, fancies, and the Fancy Brigades. I'm Larry Kane. See you at the 1986 Mummers Parade.
And so the Mummers are about to wrap up another year of hard work and unwrap their presentations for 1986.
In just a few days, another chapter will be added to the long and proud tradition of the Mummers Parade, and we hope that you'll join us for all that fun.
Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. I'm Sherry Bank.
And I'm Steve Levy, and for all of us at Channel 10, we'll see you at the parade.
Good night.
Good night.